Well, Bayern begin in their iconic red jerseys. Real Madrid, of course, all in white. Two famous and storied clubs, between them 18 European Cups. For both here, it is about preparations and getting set for the season to come.
It certainly is, preparations, and who's going to fit into the side that Real Madrid have planned through Zinedine Zidane with the squad he's got, and is he going to add to it as well? He's got a few weeks to add to it.
All the talk of Paul Pogba, maybe other players coming in, and for Bayern as well, has been linked to Bayern with Gareth Bale, who's on the bench for Real Madrid tonight, and we'll see where Bale's future lies, because it appears it's away from Real Madrid.
Certainly does, but football's a funny way of changing from day to day. This is Marcelo.
Goes long towards the chasing the Benzema, on towards Isco, and Benzema's shot. And the first scare for Bayern comes in the first minute of the contest.
Wow, excellent counter-attack, great ball forward. Isco supporting. I think he'll play in the hole behind Karim Benzema and obviously Eden Hazard. But that was a half a chance. Didn't hit the target though.
Javi Martinez back to Manuel Neuer, who had a very shaky season last year with Bayern after his two metatarsal injuries. And Neuer, wow, the corner given away there with a really rash piece of play.
Right on cue, down with that appraisal of Manuel Neuer, and obviously the problems he had with his kicking.
Very shaky start here by the Bayern captain. On the corner, Toni Kroos. 8 years, man and boy, on the books of Bayern. And by Kroos. Marcelo's delivery. Made by the head of Javi Martinez. Picked up by Isco now for Luka Modric. Isco again. What is his future like? Talk of him moving on to maybe pastures new in the coming weeks. Hazard. With his first Real Madrid touch. And Marco Asensio. Hazard is with him. And steps forward 10. Now feet are up. Right out to Marcelo. Benzema's touch on here. Marco Asensio for Isco, and Neuer reacts to make the save in superb fashion.
Oh, wonderful football from Real Madrid. It was flowing, the movement was excellent. Look who got on the end of it though, Dan. It was Isco who read the situation really well.
Joshua Kimmich, who began every single league game in Bayern's campaign last season. 34 starts. Only Dortmund's Jadon Sancho made more assists to him last season's Bundesliga. This is Thiago, for Modric. Thomas Müller. Müller looks for Coman, it comes back Müller's way. Now feet are up. And up goes on, blocked by Kroos.
Oh, good counter-attack movement there from Bayern Munich. Really swift, and Thomas Müller involved in the heart of it. Good step over.
There's Müller again, back on towards Joshua Kimmich. He's a real goal maker in this Bayern team. Really has become the new Philipp Lahm in that right-back position, though can play also as a very good midfield player in the centre as well. Renato Sanchez. On to Joshua Kimmich. Renato Sanchez still. Now Thiago.
Keeping the ball really well down Bayern Munich. They're looking for an angle and they found it.
Alaba. Now Coman. How can he conjure? How about Renato Sanchez? Too high.
Excellent football though. They kept the ball. It's got to be at least 15-20 passes from Bayern Munich. They were patient in their build-up. They had the diagonal ball, the Alaba cushioned layoff, and then the shot from Sanchez was over the crossbar. But good build-up. You can see the strength in both of these sides. They're two very strong squads.
Yeah, Bayern's really was a season of two halves last year. They had a wretched first half of the campaign for Niko Kovac. Talk of his job being under pressure in the autumn. But post-Christmas, they only lost one league game at Leverkusen. And in the end won the league by 2 points from Dortmund. And And once again, for 7 years in a row, the best team in Germany. In the league and cup double, they beat Leipzig to win the German Cup back in May to complete that domestic double. Now Boateng. Javi Martinez.
Well, he's very well known to the Spanish players, ex-Osasuna and Athletic Bilbao player. Been at Munich quite a while now.
8 years at the club now for Javi Martinez. Plays either as a centre-half or in that defensive midfield role, which was his favourite position much of last season.
Well, that's where he started off as an anchorman in midfield, but at a push he can play centre-half.
Now Corentin Tolisso. Now Thiago plots and schemes. Here comes for Luka Modric.
Oh, good ball.
Away goes Benzema here. It's Benzema with a finish, which is wide of the mark.
Yeah, he's offside. It was a little bit slow, the flag coming up. I can see a lot of players were stopping. Let's have a look at it. I don't see clearly from there, but he looks offside. He looks as if he was a yard off, Dan. And there's no rush from the defenders getting back to close him down because they knew that.
Only Lionel Messi could beat his 21 league goals in Spain last season for Benzema. He's here again, away from Thiago for a moment, and nicked away for Bayern by Alaba. Boateng 4 feet are up. Tolisso. Away by Ramos for Real Madrid. 15 years now on the books of the club for Sergio Ramos, and as Jerry says, still one of the great competitors in the world game.
Oh, he hates losing, he really does. And you know, whether you love him or hate him, he's a competitor and he gives you 100%.
Before Renato Sanchez. It's with Javi Martinez now for Bayern. Thiago's pass into Kimmich's orbit. Thomas Müller came off Varane here for Peter Arp, onto Joshua Kimmich again. And Kimmich's cross. Rather overhit.
It was overhit, and it's a shame because he got into a really good position. Kimmich, I like him. The 24-year-old, he's got great energy. He can play in numerous positions, Dan, because of his athleticism, and he can play midfield or any of the wing positions.
Right by Ramos here for Real Madrid. Goes Isco. Benzema. Bayern's aim is to really bring down the average age. They've obviously lost Robin and Ribéry and Mats Hummels as well. Rafinha has gone. Talk of Boateng's potential departure as well. They have double their club record fee with Luka Hernandez coming in as a centre-half. He's got a knee injury, so isn't on this US tour. Renato Sanchez for Coman's run. Takes on Dani Carvajal. Coman still. Lovely play by Coman, but then just squeezed out by Carvajal.
Well, that's a shame because Kingsley Coman did really well, the French winger. He is pacey. You can see that step over and the change of pace. He actually gets past him in the end, but the second touch here, he just knocks it too far, doesn't he? He doesn't need the second touch for me. He can cross it early. No, here's a break.
Led by Benzema. There's Hazard with him. Eden Hazard. What can they fashion here, Real Madrid? Right is Dani Carvajal. Carvajal goes again.
Oh, there's a
late challenge on Isco.
Well, good refereeing because he was hit just as he played the ball. The referee played the advantage. It's a really open game, isn't it, Dan? I'm really impressed by both sides are. And there's the late challenge from Thiago Alcantara.
A set piece in range here for Real Madrid, and danger here for Manuel Neuer and for Bayern.
Well, it is within range. It's who's going to hit it? Isco's over it. I was thinking maybe Marco Asensio would fancy it with his left foot.
Good open game so far. Isco or Asensio. It's Asensio, big deflection off that Bayern defensive barrier. Marco Asensio still. Roll back for Toni Kroos. Picked out to Azar here. Kroos again. Alaba is there to head clear. Comes back Isco's way. Isco for Luka Modric. Lovely cross, and Benzema's there, but so too was Manuel Neuer brilliantly.
Well, I've got to give credit to Kimmich. I think he did enough to put Benzema off, and then Neuer makes the save. It wasn't that cleanly struck. Great ball in from Luka Modric into the 6-yard box, and Kimmich puts him off. Probably should have scored, shouldn't he? But Neuer and Kimmich combination between them, they managed to save the day. Two good chances for Real Madrid in the opening stages.
Well, a good open game, and it is so far for friendly a proper game as well.
That's what you want, and that's what the manager wants, so they can see what he's got, what his strength and depth is like in the squad.
Alaba towards Coman. Away from Dani Carvajal here. Ahead Thomas Müller. Müller pulls back, the feet are up. And Modric steps in. And away by Thibaut Courtois. Really open game this, it's good to watch.
Oh, good play.
Asensio feeds Benzema. Now Corentin Tolisso for Bayern. Game has a good tempo, a good shape and feel. Bayern's second game, they were beaten by Arsenal in their first friendly. This is Real Madrid's first action since May. It's with Coman.
That's a disappointing ball in from Coman. It was the wrong option for me.
Varane for Toni Kroos, now Carvajal.
Look a little bit shaky, Dani Carvajal, giving the ball away very cheaply.
Boateng in for Müller here. Renato Sanchez into Thiago's path. Away from one. Now Tolisso. Look at Kimmich's run once more. That's his trademark. His cross. And Courtois grabs it.
Such a good athlete. Look at Modric on the ball, looking to create.
Asensio. Varane for Dani Carvajal. Real's turn to try and get the attack going. Both have had their moments so far in this first 13 minutes.
The tempo's good, Dan. It's really good pace, and both sets of players. Very few mistakes in their passing, and the movement's excellent. You don't normally see that so early on in the season.
Modric. Couldn't find Azar. That will be with Manuel Neuer. Both teams begin their league campaigns in August. Bayern's first game on the 16th of Friday. They will be at home to Hertha Berlin. Real Madrid's first league game is at Celta on the Saturday, the 17th of August.
That's not an easy one, but they do play good football, which will suit Real Madrid. The opening game in the La Liga is on the Friday night, though. It's Athletic Bilbao against Barcelona. That's San Mamés.
Thomas Müller beaten with the ball there by Rafael Varane for Real Madrid. They do have a cup game the week before the league begins. They are away to fourth tier Energy Cottbus. Now Kroos holds off Renato Sanchez. Modric had his pocket picked, and now Coman chasing on. Within Renato Sanchez. That's the option he's taken. Now the clever, wily Thiago. Came to the Barcelona academy at La Masia. Coman. Thomas Müller. And now Alaba. Alaba in for feet are up. And there's Tolisso. And again! Second time of asking, he was not denied. First goal, first blood to Bayern.
Well, excellent play, and you have to say the build-up was really top drawer. I know it was Tolisso who got the goal, but there's so many players involved in it. Thomas Muller had a big part to play in it, and the split pass behind the full-back, Danny Carvajal, who's been a little bit sloppy, I think, in the opening 15 minutes. And you'll see that in the replay again in a moment, Dan, but that's where it comes from. You can see here, Danny Carvajal, he's gone to sleep, and you can see he's in the back of him and Marco Asensio. And then the second attempt, he sticks in the back of the net, Tolisso. It's kicked off the line by Marcelo. It's a poor clearance as well with his right foot. And then Tolisso buries it. Well, that's where the damage is done. Wonderful build-up play, and they thoroughly deserve to take the lead for me.
Only Tolisso's second start after a cruciate knee injury last September in a game against Bayer Leverkusen. Did come back in the cup final back in May as a second half sub, but now looking to get himself fit and sharp for the new season to come.
Look where the young 17-year-old fullback was, David Alaba. He's right up on the edge of the 6-yard box in that build-up. First blood to Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid probably feel they should have scored, but they haven't. And let's see what the response is.
It's Danny Carvajal into traffic. Now Thiago's lofted ball for the chasing Thomas Muller. Look where Courtois come to, and now Coman, goal open. Looks for Peter Arp instead, and Real Madrid survive another scare.
Well, mistakes, and we were talking about very few mistakes in the opening 12-13 minutes, and we've seen 2 mistakes inside a minute, but it's end-to-end stuff, Dan. It's really exciting.
It's Hazard, the €100 million man. Hazard still, his cross, and Boateng says, oh no you don't, behind for a corner.
Good response from Real Madrid, and first time we've seen Eden Hazard really have a go at the defence, and it'll take a few games for him to settle in, but he's a quality signing.
Marcelo and Sergio Ramos, across the face of Bayern's goal. It stays 1-0 to the Germans.
Well, he was going for goal, and that was a tight angle, but probably should have scored for me.
Marcelo. Again, Bayern stand firm. It's Thiago's breakout here. Looks for Renato Sanchez. He'll get there too. With him, he's got support arriving from Alaba. Renato Sanchez went for goal.
That's gone out for the corner kick, and wonderful counter-attack play from this Bayern Munich side. Showed their athleticism, and Sanchez combining with David Alaba.
And Zinedine Zidane, his first spell brought to 3 successive Champions Leagues. Corner here for Bayern, and Peter Arp in there among those in that Bayern raiding party. Taken by Joshua Kimmich. And towards Thomas Muller. It's back with Kimmich again. Kimmich delivers, and Courtois will gather. This is Benzema. Teams, of course, who met in the Champions League semi-final back in 2018, a game which was really decided by an awful mistake by the Bayern goalkeeper Ulreich on that night, when he missed a Tolisso back pass and Benzema tapped in.
If there was no mistakes, there's no goals, Dan, and that's why football is. But this is a really good game.
It really is. There's Thomas Muller in for Peter Arp. And Varane there to guard the near post.
He's really quick, feet Arp. Seen him now 2 or 3 times getting into the danger area, causing all sorts of problems. Interesting to see Thomas Muller playing down the middle as well, and they interchange really well together, feet Arp and him. That's a good ball.
This is Marco Asensio in business here for Real Madrid. Now towards Eden Hazard. On debut, new man, big night. Hazard. Marcelo's cross. Alaba's header drops here to Isco. Isco shot. And the way was Javi Martinez. Now Kroos. Back out to Danny Carvajal. Really good game. Really enjoyable open contest. It's Kroos from range.
Oh, He was being a little bit hopeful there, wasn't it? A good 30-odd yards against a quality goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer.
Niko Kovac, ever the studious note-taker. Second season in charge. He's first that League and Cup double. Was a Bayern player too back in the early years of the century, having won 80-odd caps for Croatia, though he is born in Berlin. He's a brother Roberts on his coaching staff as well. They were both Croatian teammates in years gone by. Renato Sanchez, pressured by Luka Modric. There's Coman, free kick Bayern.
Well, good football from Bayern. You know, they've under pressure on 2 or 3 challenges, and they've stood the test so far as Real Madrid are pressing for the equaliser.
Thiago's ball picked out there by Marcelo for Eden Hazard. Hazard, Benzema.
What a shame. Excellent movement. Just the first touch from Karim Benzema was a little bit heavy. We're going to see a good combination come from these two. That's the pass. Tight, congested area, but he still found him.
Sergio Ramos for Toni Kroos here for Real Madrid. Hazard takes and turns. It runs on towards Isco. And here in his defensive station is the immaculate Joshua Kimmich. Eddie Martinez. Ahead here is Alaba. Maybe almost 10 years ago now for Bayern, Alaba. I feel he's among the best left backs in the world, a player who's noted too for his free kick taking. There's been a link as well in the press between him and Barcelona, which has been, I think, rubbished in the Spanish media in the last day or so. Here is Varane for Kroos. Now Hazard. Hazard releases Benzema. Back on here towards Hazard, but Bayern stand firm at the back again. Very
unfortunate, just clipped the heels of Javi Martinez, that reverse pass. And it's a work in progress. You can see they've been training, their passing's not bad, they're very, very close to getting an equaliser.
It's Kimmich, big deflection. And Courtois responds to that deflection.
It comes in handy when you're 6'5", doesn't it?
There's been talk he could be on the way. Thibaut Courtois didn't have a great first year with Real Madrid, and he and Keylor Navas neither appear to be outright number one. Benzema here into Marco Asensio's path. Asensio again, and away though was Boateng. Renato Sanchez, Thiago, now Tolisso. Feet are up. Peter Arp was brought in from second-tier Hamburg for around €3 million. A young man with huge youth level experience for the German national teams, lots of goals, but only 3 league goals so far for Hamburg in his career before the move to Bayern.
I think he's got a lot of potential, but he still has to fulfill that. But he's at a very young age and has every chance of doing that with a big club like Bayern Munich.
19 feet are up. To Dani Carvajal here for Real Madrid. Modric in possession. Kroos. Isco for Marco Asensio. The cross for Benzema. Whether he will try to prevent the corner, he's done that. Dani Carvajal will pick up the pieces. Now it's Benzema in a tight spot. Benzema's shot got away and Neuer down to make the save.
Yeah, there was a rash challenge on Dani Carvajal just inside the penalty area. The referee let it continue. Karim Benzema got the shot off. You can see through the legs of the defender, and a sharp save down to the right from Manuel Neuer.
Tolisso. Now pushing on once more is Joshua Kimmich. Onto Fita up. And Kimmich goes again, but no way beyond Ramos. Is there ever a way beyond Ramos?
Well, is it me, or does everything go down this right hand side with Joshua Kimmich, because he's got such a good engine? They rely on him heavily, and they have had a lot of reward there.
He made 13 goals last season from that right back position, Joshua Kimmich. Such a reliable provider of crosses, assists.
Great turn.
By Thiago here, into Fita up, but too heavily hit. Close. Eden Hazard. Rafael Varane. Ramos again for Real Madrid. A goal down here to that Corentin Tolisso strike for the German champions. Here though is Varane. Isco. Marco Asensio for Luka Modric. Modric away from Alaba. The cross here for Marcelo, nicked away there by the header. Fita up there with Marcelo just waiting there, poised for the volley.
Well, he had timed it, and Fita Arp has got back and worked tremendously hard just to get the little touch on it. Again, good build up, but no finish from Real Madrid.
Marcelo for Kroos. It's Isco. Modric in space to work, and now finds Dani Carvajal. The cross for Benzema too long. It's going to be kept alive though here by Marcelo. And caught there, fell by Fita Arp.
Well, clumsy, taken quickly by Marcelo, who's clutching his right knee.
Now Hazard back on for Marcelo, recovered now. The cross in towards Sergio Ramos, arriving there from nowhere to try and get a connection on that.
Well, he looked like he got there first, he just didn't make any contact on it. Was it too big for him? Excellent ball in with the right foot from Marcelo.
Only Madrid pressure building. Eden Hazard. Toni Kroos now sets up Luka Modric. Hazard, Modric. All triangles here from Real Madrid. It's Eden Hazard. Kroos crosses. Varane's header.
Well, it wasn't a bad ball to the far post. There was 2 or 3 people scrambling for it. You can see as the cross come in from Toni Kroos, the far post. Well, Rafael Varane and
Asia. Coman. Thomas Müller. And now Alaba. Alaba in for Fita up. And there's Tolisso. And again! Second time of asking. He was not denied. First goal, first blood to Bayern.
Well, excellent play, and you have to say the build-up was really top drawer. I know it was Tolisso who got the goal, but there's so many players involved in it. Thomas Müller had a big part to play in it, and the split pass behind the full-back, Dani Carvajal, who's been a little bit sloppy, I think, in the opening 15 minutes. And you'll see that in the replay again in a moment, Dan, but that's where it comes from. You can see here, Dani Carvajal, he's gone to sleep, and you can see he's in the back of him and Marco Asensio. And then the second attempt, he sticks it in the back of the net, Tolisso. It's kicked off the line by Marcelo. It's a poor clearance as well with his right foot. And then Tolisso buries it. So that's where the damage is done. Wonderful build-up play, and they thoroughly deserve to take the lead for me.
Only Tolisso's second start after a cruciate knee injury last September in a game against Bayer Leverkusen. Did come back in the cup final back in May as a second half sub, but now looking to get himself fit and sharp for the new season to come.
Look where the young 17-year-old fullback was, David Alaba. He's right up on the edge of the 6-yard box in that build-up. First blood to Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid probably feel they should have scored, but they haven't. And let's see what the response is.
It's Dani Carvajal into traffic. Now Thiago's lofted ball for the chasing Thomas Müller. Look where Courtois come to. And now Coman, goal open. Looks for Peter Arp instead. And Real Madrid survive another scare.
Well, mistakes, and we were talking about very few mistakes in the opening 12-13 minutes, and we've seen 2 mistakes inside a minute, but it's end-to-end stuff, Dan. It's really exciting.
It's Hazard, the €100 million man. Hazard still, his cross, and Boateng says, oh no you don't, behind for a corner.
Good response from Real Madrid, and first time we've seen Eden Hazard really have a go at the defence, and it'll take a few games for him to settle in, but he's a quality signing.
Marcelo.